In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the switch statement. The switch statement is an alternative to a series of if-else ifs. The main difference being that in the conditional expression that we test, we're actually testing an expression that can only be an integral value. In other words, it either has to be an integer or a whole, like a long, or maybe even a char, because char stores its values as ASCII. But that's all it can be. So let's take a look at how the switch statement works. So we're going to classify a numeric grade with a letter grade. We've done this before. So we're going to prompt the user to enter a grade. Then when we get that grade, then we're going to perform the switch. And we do that by testing on the grade. For each possible grade, we're going to have a case statement. So we're going to say case 100, case 99, case 98, case 97. Whoops. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Letter grade equals A+. Break. So that's going to look at the top four, 100, 99, 98, 97, to give an A. Then we're going to say case 96, 95, whoops, not like that, sorry, case 96, case 95, case 94, letter grade equals A. Break. Notice you have to have the break. The break is what gets it out of the, and then case 93, case 92, case 91, case 90. Whoops, where'd we go here? There we are. Letter grade equals A-, break. Then you can have an optional default, and we're going to say everything else is a B. This is one crazy set of grading criteria. That was probably the return. All right, so then we need to move up here. Whoops, there we go. And then we're going to say cout your letter grade is letter grade indel. Okay. So let's run this program. Whoops. Oh, misspelled letter grade. That's an easy one to fix. Let's run it again. Taking a moment to compile. So let's do a 98, and a 98 is an A+. So let's run it again. This time let's do a 95. That's an A. Let's run it again with a 91. That's an A-. And then let's run it one more time with a 77. And it says your letter grade is B. So clearly, the case statement works by looking at a series of expressions. And if one of those expressions is true, then perform the statements inside the case. We call it a case block. And then break takes you outside of the case to the first statement outside of the switch, I'm sorry. And then if the first set's not true, then we look at the second set, and then the third set. And notice that if you don't put a break, watch what happens here. Let's take the break out. Watch what happens here. So we're going to enter a 96, and we should see A, but instead we're going to get an A-. And that's because it automatically dropped down to the next set and then made the assignment there. So be very careful when you use the switch statement to make sure that you put breaks in your case blocks where they need to be. Now, the switch statement is absolutely not necessary. You can always perform this with a series of if-else-ifs. But for simple, very structured problems like this, sometimes a switch statement is easier to read and understand.